Hello everyone, it's Gloria with Glory Be Resale, and I am here to do a what sold video over the week of Christmas from December 22nd to the 28th. And over on eBay, the first thing that sold for me was this lot of 7 International Harvester track marker lights, used from 62 to 78. And these sold for $65. The cost to me on them was $10. The next item to sell was this Brighton black belt reversible, and this sold for $25, and the cost to me on it was $2.99. The next item was this Woolrich green lamb's wool roll neck sweater, and this sold for $38. Cost to me on it was $5.49. Next item was this Looney Tunes little ornament, vintage ornament of Porky Pig, and this sold for $8, and the cost to me on it was 10 cents. I had 2 of these, they both. Next item to sell was this Ralph Lauren brown genuine leather belt, and this one sold for $33.15, and the cost to me on it was $3. Next item was this Waverly Toil pattern blue wallpaper. It was one double row, pre-pasted and washable, and this sold for $29. The cost to me on it was $2. I picked this up at the local flea market um, at the end of the summer, or maybe the fall. Next item to sell was this vintage Trampart uh, wood crucifix. This sold for $109. Cost to me on it was $12. The nice old Trampart with the metal Jesus on it. I picked this up at the local antique mall. It was a pretty good price because it did have if I could show you here. I don't know if you can really tell, but it did have a little chipped wood out of the back right on this corner, but it was only on the back side. It wasn't noticeable from the front, and I just disclosed it. Next item was this vintage wood candelabra, and this sold for $35. Cost me on it was $5. Next item to sell was this Encore pajamas. I took an offer of $18, and the cost to me on them was $4.99. Next item was this J. Crew roll neck pink and blue sweater. This sold for $25. It was really a cream, but it had like it's just in the background kind of. It's a pink and blue in there. And this sold for $25. Cost to me on it was $3.50. Next item to sell was this, and this may be coming back. They did say that it didn't fit and asked to return it. So we'll see if I get it back. This sold for $65. It was Ralph Lauren Black Label cashmere dress. And again, like I said, they did request a return, so we'll see. If I get it back, then I guess the sale won't count. Next item to sell was this women's pink Carlisle faux leather belt with the gold buckle, and this sold for $20, and the cost to me on it was $2.99. Now over to Poshmark, and if you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Makes it worth my while to do these. And again, anyway, a like and subscribe, easy enough for you to do, and it helps me out. Thank you. Next item to sell over on Poshmark was this vintage 90s Winter Wonderland holiday Christmas sweater, and this sold for $25, and the cost to me on it was $4.99. Next item to sell was this vintage 50s, 60s wooden jewelry box, and this had a mirror inside. Showed that. Anyway, $25 it sold for, and the cost to me on it was $3.99. Next item to sell was this vintage brown wood shelf. It had a drawer that wouldn't open. I think they stained it over and stained the drawer shut, but I wasn't going to force it open. I sold it the way it is. Somebody bought it for $20, and the cost to me on it was $1. Next item was this Patagonia tunic pullover top with the organic cotton. And this I took an offer of $15. I just didn't have a lot of interest in it. And the cost to me on it was $4.99, and I wanted to get my money back and make a couple of dollars. Next item was this Eddie Bauer's blue packable down jacket, and this I normally don't buy Eddie Bauer, but it was a very good condition. It's down, which, if you've looked around in the stores now, they've gotten to a cheaper quality with polyester fill. So I still like to pick up the down fill if I see it because, again, they're just not getting that quality now. So anyway, this person sent me an offer for $25, and because it was an Eddie Bauer, I just wanted to move it along. Cost to me on it was $6.49. So still made a profit, and someone's happy with the nice winter jacket. Next item was this vintage colonial style um, wooden mirror candle sconce. I think this is the 80s, if I remember. 70s, late 70s, 80s. This style was out, maybe 70s more. But anyway, this sold for $35, and the cost to me on it was $2. Next item was this Joie Jacqueline tweed jacket, and this was new with tags. I ended up putting in Dark Academia a little while ago, and I've had this for a long time. This I've had since Boston, so I don't know how long when I was in Boston, but I've had it for at least a little over 3 years. Happy to get rid of it. I thought I'd do better. July at one time was very popular, and now it's just not. Even brand new with tags, I only got $25 for it. And the cost to me on this would have been $7.99. So not a great turnaround, but again, happy to get something back out of it because it's been sitting there forever. Trying to move it along. I'm trying to get rid of the clothes. Um, if I can get any kind of reasonable offer, I'm looking to move things along. Next item was this Columbia Sportswear hooded jacket, and this sold for $31. Cost to me on it was $6.49. Next item was this set of 3 burnt orange curtain tassels, and these sold for $20, and the cost to me on them was $2. And I have to say, I do pretty well with curtain tassels. If I can pick them up at yard sales pretty cheaply and they're in good condition, the vintage tassels usually do pretty good. I mean, they're a bread and butter thing, but I mean, I can usually get 20 to $25 for them. The next item to sell was this pair of primitive look crow on wooden spools, and these were one of my own things, and it was just time to get rid of them, so I threw them up. Somebody sent me an offer of $15, and I took it because I wanted to move them along, and the cost to me on them was $6. So small profit, but it was just something of my own. After season is when I put them up, no longer fall or Halloween. So happy to move them along. Next item over onto Etsy, and first thing to sell was this vintage handmade folk art paper towel holder. Just a little chicken paper towel holder that somebody made. Cute. And it sold for $32, and the cost to me on it was $2. Again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Thank you. Next item was this um, set of 8 glass for candy, Murano style wrapped candy that sold for $28 for a set of 8 of them. I picked up a bag of these, and I think I ended up with 5 lots, and for $12 I bought the whole bag. And this, I don't know if this is the second or the third set that I've sold at $28, so I'm happy with that. Next item to sell was this lot of 4 1950s West Germany miniature sugar angels, and these had, I think 1 or 2 had broken wings, but I just mentioned that in the listing and took photos of them. See, like that one there is missing one side of its wing, but I just mentioned it and that was fine. They sold for $28, and the cost to me on them was tops $1. These came in boxes where I was paying, actually, it came in a box, I was paying $1 a box, and there was multiple things, so let's say they were more like 25 cents. Next item was this vintage Mexican feather and paint folk art bird. Um, what do you call it? Wicker tray. And this sold for $30, and the cost to me on it was $4.99. Next item was this vintage 90s Talbot's 100% boiled wool vest, and this sold for $22. Cost to me on it was $2.50. And the last item to sell was this pair of beat Mayan little wood cutout dog and cat. And I just got them because they were cute and it's nice to have something for Valentine's Day. I don't get a lot, but anyway, I picked them up. I thought they were cute. They were $1 each at a yard sale, and I sold them for $14. And that is everything that I sold over Christmas week. I also have to, I think I have at least one more to get out, maybe two. But anyway, I will get to that and know that will be coming shortly too. I appreciate you watching. Please feel free to share any of your sales that you want to share with everybody else. I'd love to see them. And I will see you next time. Thanks and bye.